Advanced Micro Devices stock update. The shares of chipmaker Advanced Micro Devices seemed to have had quite a steep run up the charts. As you can see, that's the steep rise of the charts. Since notching up a September 1st, 2020 all-time high of $94.28. The equity has since pulled back by as much as 17% to its previous supportive 30-day moving average. So we're somewhere around here. This is the 50-day. So this is somewhere, the 30 days around somewhere there. According to the folks at Schaeffer Investment Research, market participants shouldn't be discouraged just yet, though especially considering a bullish trend line has just emerged. And if history is any indicator, it could send the stock right back up the charts. According to them, AMD just came within one standard deviation of its 40-day moving average after a lengthy period above this trend line. So the trend line lies in between this gap here where all these other ones lie. So it is between this and this one. That's where that 40-day trend line lies. So they're saying it's one standard deviation away from it, which is an indicator of, sometimes that a correction has occurred, and or even further indicating that that pullback or consolidation is sufficient enough to warrant further input, especially as it concerns financial, especially as it concerns money. So some market participants might deem it a good time to buy. That's what I'm trying to point out. Their modeling shows 6 similar signals occurring in the past 3 years. 1 month after these signals, AMD was higher half of the time and averaged a 1-month return of 4.7%. A similar move from AMD's current perch at $78.98, which is where it closed at yesterday, the 10th of September 2020, would put the equity around $83.65, back north of its 30-day moving average. The stock could benefit from a round of analyst upgrades too. Currently, 13 analysts call AMD a buy or better, while 11 say hold, plus the consensus 12-month price target of $78.08 is quite a reasonable discount to the current level it reached on the 1st of September 2020. So that's the all-time high here. We don't have the price is not indicated on this chart, but it's about $94 and there some fraction. And then so this their consensus price target is also just shy of what it closed at yesterday, the 10th of September 2020. Just 90 cents shy of it. So we'll see what's going to happen since it has reached that price target. What will analysts now say again? Well, it doesn't always follow. Sometimes they maintain their price target and they stick to it, and It doesn't matter if it exceeds it by several multiples. Some of them hold their ground and say that's what it is, $78 or whatever it is. We're not changing until we see other changes. So if AMD is going to impress them to change their price target, we are yet to see that. But what is clear right now is that their consensus price target is just 90 cents away from, or it's just above 90 cents above. Yes, it's 90 cents above their price target. Okay. So the option speed are flashing a preference for calls across the board. According to the exchanges, the data obtained from the exchanges, the 3.25 calls were picked up for every put in the last 10 weeks. This ratio sits higher than 86% of all the readings from the past 12 months, indicating an unusually heavy appetite for long calls of late. Considering this speculation on AMD stocks, the next move for it with options looks like a prudent play. Okay, so considering this, speculating on AMD devices stock with on the option side seems like a prudent play. This is the opinion of the folks at Schaeffer Investment Research. So the volatility index of 60% stands higher than 27% of all readings from the last year. So they concluded that this means that the option traders are pricing in a relatively low volatility expectations for the time being for AMD. Okay, we can see further look at the charts indicates that the last time it's received a significant support on quite a number of a multi-trend line. According to this chart we're looking at, was sometime on the 13th of July, and then since that time, as we indicated earlier on, it has had a steep climb. So you can see that it's a very steep climb. So from that July of the 13th of July, it has at that time the price was what, 53.60, and then from that July up till that 1st of September, where it was at 94 thereabout. So it's gained I would say well, I would say it would have appreciated by okay, at least more than 30% within from July to September. Just call it a month and some days. Yeah. So well, it shouldn't really be a big surprise. Of course, AMD is a supplier to Apple, and this was also the period Apple was also seeing some serious upward momentum as well, and a lot of tech stocks were also appreciating as well. This was right in the summer, and a lot of we saw a lot of tech appreciations during that time. But it also at the same time as well, when it reached by the 6th of August, it pulled back, continued to pull back. It was a steady decline for how many days? 1, 2, 3 days. 3 days. Declined for 3 days and then continued up again and moved sideways pretty much for another 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, about 5 months, for about a week, moved sideways, and then since that time, it now continue to progress, albeit with slight pullbacks, very minor pullbacks, and until it reached that all-time high. So we can see what's going on here since that time as well. The MACD has also lost its steam, but interestingly enough, you can see that there's also an anomaly, a disconnect between its momentum and its all-time high. You can see there that all-time high did not coincide with anything significant in the, that's it here, that it was on the 1st of see, yeah, even though of course on the chart itself that all-time high occurred, when it occurred, the MACD also indicated a slight upward print out there. You can see that, this is when it occurred. That was when it occurred. So we can see that there's a move upwards. But funny enough, it wasn't when it had this. That all-time high in the price, in the equities price, was not when the MACD also showed a significant spike. So that's quite interesting. But in any case, since that time, it has since declined as well. And even on the strength indicator, it was also not the same time. You can see what's going on here. See, at the time that all-time high occurred as well, you can see that even the relative strength index was not even was just right on the upper section of the overbought of the scale, the spectrum. That upper spectrum is, or the topmost spectrum is, sorry, the upmost part of the spectrum indicates an overbought situation, but it wasn't even that. When it achieved, it wasn't that. So it followed a series of modest strength indications. It just came out of it. It came out of a series. As a matter of fact, even came out of a dip in that indication, and just slightly spiked into the overbought territory. And look at that. The last time it had anything right into the overbought territory, it wasn't even. It wasn't when it recorded an all-time high, but indeed, yes, it's that time also coincides with the peak on the MACD. It coincides with the peak on the MACD, and that was right in the middle of August, right at the beginning of August, right in the middle of the summer. So interesting enough, who knows what could be behind that? Who knows what could be behind that? That this anomaly, could it be a short squeeze? Could it be that a short squeeze resulted in that as a result of a relentless upward momentum in price action and all that stuff, and then came this pullback, and but if there was a pullback, and then a slight, we can see a slight, this is a very steep increase. How many days was that? In just one day, it went from 76.96 to 82, so which is about close to 10% in one day, close to 10%, and cooled down a bit, spiked up a bit, cooled down after 2 days, and then continue to move on, albeit with slight minor pullbacks, and then reach that all-time high. So I'm wondering what could have resulted in that. That did not indicate any significant imprint on the strength index. Very interesting, very unique. Okay, this is the summary page. We can see the put call ratios we indicated. For the last day was 0.5, for the last 30 days was 0.4, and you can see market cap is $92.7 billion. So in the last one month it is down 3.49%, and it's has in the last 1 month it has still underperformed a lot of the derivatives of the S&P 500. But the last 1 month, for the last 6 months, it has yes, it's definitely done better than them. Last 1 year as well, done better than them. So AMD is obviously a major is a big company, quite prominent. So we have these ETFs. These are some of the prominent ones. Esoterica NextG Economy ETF, VanEck Vectors Video Gaming, Invesco Dynamics Semiconductor, VanEck Vectors Semiconductor, iShares PHLX Semiconductor. You can see it's the brief business summary. Sometimes it's good to read it up because we may be assuming a lot of things, but yeah, the details they have there might be quite informing. The company is engaged in offering 886 microprocessors on standalone devices, or as incorporated into an accelerated processing unit, chipsets, discrete graphics processing units, and professional graphics and server embedded processors, and semi-custom system on chip products and technology for game consoles. The company's segments include the computing and graphics segments, and the enterprise, embedded, and semi-custom segment. The computing and graphics segment primarily includes desktop and notebook processors and chipsets, discrete GPUs, and graphics and professional graphics. The enterprise, embedded, and semi-custom segment primarily includes server and embedded processors. Semi-custom system on chip products, development services, technology for game consoles, and licensing product portions of its intellectual property portfolio. Okay, I'm thinking, is there anything we did not cover about AMD? Okay, if you're new to this channel, thank you for watching this video, and if you're also a subscribed viewer, thank you again for watching this video. And if you have not subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thank you very much.